Hey, what's happening, y'all? It's me coming back at you again with another vid. As you all are aware, it's been announced that Manny Pacquiao will fight Jessie Vargas in November 15th. More likely, this will be a pay-per-view fight, and the WBO welterweight title will be on the line. Wow. It was kind of expected that this fight was going to go down, number one. So it shouldn't be a surprise or dismay to anyone. A surprise or dismay, I should say. And two, I have to admit that I fell for that bait and switch tactic that was pulled by Bob Arum when he announced the day before. He announced that Manny Pacquiao will indeed fight Terence Crawford in November. Okay, the same date that we're discussing right now. I think it was November 5th that he said. But anyways, November. Okay, and the reason why he did it, he announced it the day before Terence Crawford was going to fight Victor Postol for the pay-per-view. Day before he announced this. And the reason why I say this is a bait and switch tactic that he pulled is because he may have seen some internal data that the Terence Crawford and Victor Postol fight was headed for a pay-per-view flop. He may have seen it. He got worried. So he pulls off this announcement as a last-ditch effort to get people to buy the pay-per-view, to show interest in Terence Crawford, because since he is the headliner. We all know that this pay-per-view was, this fight between Terence Crawford and Victor Postol was not pay-per-view worthy. We all knew that. And furthermore, HBO didn't even market this thing. They hardly put any marketing efforts into the fight, because where I live, if you want to market a pay-per-view fight, they'll put it on the billboards. You see Floyd Mayweather when he's fighting someone. Well, obviously it's not HBO. Well, yeah, his last HBO pay-per-view fight was against Victor Ortiz, I believe. That was billboard all over the place. There was billboard, there was mobile stop ads all over the place, and where I live in Los Angeles. You also have Canelo Alvarez. Canelo, when he announced his pay-per-view fight with Erislandy Lara, that was a pay-per-view fight for Showtime. Now that's a different network, but billboards were all over the place on that. So it's just that that pay-per-view, you can say what you want, but HBO dropped the ball on that. They didn't market that thing. So that's one of the main reasons why it headed to a flop, because from what I heard, the recent numbers came out, it was 50,000 buys, and I believe that's an estimate. So whenever that's an estimate, that means that pay-per-view is going to be much lower than that, the buys, that is. So yeah. Now, the thing about this Terence Crawford situation is that Michael Constance came out, which is Manny Pacquiao's trusted legal advisor. He's came out and said that Terence Crawford wasn't even considered. He wasn't even on their short list. So that fight wasn't going to go down. And Freddie Roach even came out and said after the Postol fight that Terence Crawford would be a stylistic nightmare for Manny Pacquiao. And he can't see Pacquiao beat Crawford. He sees too much of Floyd Mayweather in him. Okay? So days later, Freddie Roach had come out and said that Manny Pacquiao to this day will destroy Floyd Mayweather in a rematch. Huh? Wait a minute. Hold up. A few days ago, you said that Terence Crawford stylistically will be a nightmare for Manny Pacquiao and he will destroy him. And then you're going to come out, he reminds you too much of Floyd Mayweather. Then you're going to come out and say that Floyd Mayweather will get destroyed by Manny Pacquiao in a rematch. Well, if you believe that, then set up the fight. Call for the fight, Freddie. Tell your guy, Manny Pacquiao, to go in there against Terence Crawford if you believe that. But oh no, that's a contradiction. One-on-one right there. Okay? Now, Terence Crawford, when he received the news that Jessie Vargas is getting the call to fight Manny Pacquiao, this is what he put on his Facebook post, and I couldn't agree more. The ducking game. Hashtag boxing. Hashtag I duck me too. And this is a duck. There's no other way to describe it, because Dave rejected Terence Crawford. Manny Pacquiao team rejected Terence Crawford. There's no other way of describing it. It's a duck in the story. Okay? Now, there's guys on here right now that are saying that what Manny Pacquiao's doing is not a duck. By him selecting Jessie Vargas, it's not a cherry pick. Well, it's funny because this is the same guys that are saying that Floyd Mayweather, if he opts to come out of retirement, and more likely he'll face Danny Garcia, if he opts to do that, that's a cherry pick. But what Manny Pacquiao doing when he's selected to fight Jessie Vargas is not a cherry pick. I'm sorry, guys. You can't have it both ways. That's my motto on this channel. You have to be consistent. All right. If you're going to say that Jessie Vargas is not a cherry-picked opponent for Manny Pacquiao, then you have to give Floyd Mayweather the benefit of the doubt. And I'm not a Floyd Mayweather fan. Believe it or not, I have been very, very critical of Floyd in his career. And you guys know that for a fact. But I have to be very, very partial here, and I have to be consistent. You have to give Floyd the benefit of the doubt if he comes out of retirement and face Danny Garcia. You cannot say that what he's doing is a cherry pick if you're not willing to admit that Manny Pacquiao, what he's doing by selecting Jessie Vargas, is a cherry pick. You can't have it both ways, guys. When you make statements like that, it makes you look more stupid. I'm just being honest with you. It makes you look more ridiculous. Now, some guy had made a comment about the reason why Terence Crawford doesn't deserve to fight with Manny Pacquiao is due to the pay-per-view bias. Really? And mind you, this is the same guy. This is a Gennady Golovkin fan. Well, if you're gonna say that, then you need to give Canelo Alvarez a pass for not fighting, for opting not to fight. What's his name? Gennady Golovkin, because Canelo used that same argument as an excuse to not fight him. Okay. So again, you can't have it both ways. Now, as for the other guy, he lives in Ecuador, and you guys know who I'm talking about. He's made videos saying that Terence Crawford was avoiding Manny Pacquiao. He made videos saying that Manny Pacquiao is the most avoided fighter in this era, or welterweight, I should say. He's the most avoided welterweight in this era. Really? Well, if he's saying that, then he clearly didn't know who Ike Cortez was. Now, those who don't know who Ike Cortez is, Ike Cortez was avoided by many welterweights during the era, especially in the 90s. No welterweight wanted to fight that guy. It took Oscar De La Hoya, who started his career at super featherweight, to go up and fight Ike Cortez in a very close fight. But anyways, a duck is a duck. End of story. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are. Care to comment, share, subscribe. Signing off. Peace.